Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome or welcome back to Chef Vic Cuisine. Today we're making chicken cacciatore. Now, this recipe offers a delightful blend of flavors, marrying tender chicken with aromatic herbs, hearty vegetables, and tangy tomatoes. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so let's dive right into this recipe. We're going to start with the meal prep, and with that we're going to need 1 sweet onion that we're going to remove the outer peel and dice into fine pieces. We're also going to need 6 garlic cloves that have been minced, 1 yellow bell pepper that you want to remove the inner core and dice into small pieces. We're going to do the same thing with 1 red bell pepper, dicing that as well. We're also going to need about 8 ounces worth of cremini mushrooms that have been thinly sliced. And then you want to take 1 large carrot and peel away the outer skin and then dice that along its length. And for some herbs, we're going to add 2 tablespoons worth of fresh Italian parsley that's been chopped into fine bits. And we're also going to need 2 tablespoons worth of fresh basil as well, chopping that into finer pieces. Now, the star of our dish, we're going to need 6 bone-in chicken thighs that we want to remove the skin from. I like using a pair of kitchen shears to do this, makes it really quick. And you also want to add on a thin sprinkling of salt and black pepper on both sides of each chicken thigh, pressing the seasoning into the chicken. And here you want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. And one more thing to prep before we start cooking is we're going to need 2 Roma tomatoes that have been quartered. Alright, so now we're going to heat 2 tablespoons worth of olive oil into a large pot set over medium heat or 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 degrees Celsius. We're going to add in our chicken and sear each piece on both sides until they become lightly golden brown, which should take about 3 to 4 minutes per side. Once they're seared, you want to remove the chicken thighs from the pan and set them aside for now. We're going to add 1 more tablespoon of oil to the pan, and then we're going to add in our diced onions and saute these for about 3 to 4 minutes or until they become fragrant and softened. At this stage, you want to add in your minced garlic and allow this to cook for another 30 seconds, stirring the ingredients around. Now also we're going to add the diced peppers, our diced carrots, the sliced mushrooms, about 8 sprigs of thyme, your diced parsley, your diced basil, as well as 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. You want to cook all this together for about 5 more minutes or until the vegetables have softened, stirring the pot ever so often. We're also going to pour in 2/3 cups worth of red wine, preferably a Cabernet Sauvignon. This helps deglaze the pan as you scrape away all the browned bits on the pan using a rubber spatula. We want to allow this to cook for another 2 minutes or until the wine has reduced by half its volume. Now you want to add in about 28 ounces worth of crushed tomatoes. You can find this in a can. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, your quartered Roma tomatoes, as well as a half a teaspoon of red chili flakes. At this stage, you want to remove it from the heat and season this with salt and black pepper to your own personal taste. And then you want to return the chicken thighs back to the pot, and we're going to cover the pot with a lid. We're now going to place the covered pot into the oven and allow this to cook for 50 to 70 minutes or until the chicken has become tender and can fall off the bone. Always making sure you're using an oven-safe dish for this recipe. After the 50 to 70 minutes, the sauce should have reduced at this point as well. Now we want to remove it from the oven And you want to garnish this with some additional chopped parsley and chopped basil, and allow this to cool slightly before you're ready to serve it. Congrats, you've made chicken cacciatore right at home. You can always try incorporating olives and capers for a briny kick to the dish. That flavor profile is not my favorite, but feel free to experiment with that. But when you do try this at home, be sure to tag me at Chef Vic Cuisine or hashtag Chef Vic Cuisine so I can see your great takes on this dish. As always, this recipe and many more can be found in my cookbook, Chef Vic Cuisine Volume 5, Mastering Your Inner Chef. That's available on Amazon, and I'll be sure to leave a link to that in my description box. And feel free to click the pop-up on your screen for more information on that as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this recipe, make sure you smash that like button for me. It's one of the best ways to show support for the channel. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button too. And feel free to share this recipe with all your family and friends. And stay tuned for next week where I show you a French classic great for breakfast or lunch, the croque monsieur. This is an elevated sandwich that I can't wait to teach you guys how to make. Well, thanks again for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. You can always check out more on my page now. YouTube thinks you'll like these videos. Let's see if they're right. And I'll catch you next time on another episode of Chef Vic Cuisine. And until then, peace.